Hello guys, welcome to the highway consumption video, and we have gone for pretty much the worst conditions possible. I just resetted the computer. We're going for a 10-kilometer ride. We have 3 degrees Celsius outside, which is extremely cold. It's also started to rain a bit icy already, so winter is really here now. And we're gonna go drive 130 kilometers speed and see how our consumption will look like. These are literally the worst conditions possible. I mean, it could be even colder, but it's very, very cold. Accelerating right now on 130 kilometers. And I'm gonna reset the computer one more time. There we go. Now it's resetted. We are on 130 kilometers. We're gonna drive for 10 kilometers and see our consumption. The conditions are really awful. I'm also running the air conditioning right now, since we don't want to freeze. So this is highly realistic right now. We have the air conditioning on automatic 23 degrees. It is 3 degrees cold outside and it's raining, so super bad conditions, and let's see what we can make out of it. I expect something around 30 kilowatts hours of consumption. The battery is also cold, which doesn't help either. These are literally the worst conditions you can go for, but that's also a very good thing to test it then, to see the possibilities of what it can achieve under these awful conditions. Let's see. It's also very windy outside, which is clearly not helping. I put the adaptive cruise control on 130. We're also on comfort mode, so nothing is particularly energy savings wise. And let's see, we are at 4.8 kilometers currently. Man, these conditions are literally awful. I'm gonna switch the road to this guy. .8 kilometers. On the right lane. at 10 kilometers in 200 meters. And let's see what we got. We're currently having an average consumption over the last 10 kilometers of 29 kilowatt hours, which is actually better than I thought, considering the odds. Like I said, 3 to 4 degrees Celsius outside. It was raining a bit, icy rain. Now it stopped. We're having a cruise control on 130 kilometers an hour. It's actually pretty good. And now, since we don't accelerate anymore, it's actually going down at the moment. So we're going more closer to 28 to 27 kilowatt hours of consumption. It's actually better than I expected. I thought it would be like 30-ish, 31, but this is actually really good considering we have climate control on 23 degrees. We have right now 4 degrees outside. It's a bit warmer than we started with 3 degrees. And it was a little bit of icy rain. Like nowhere near good conditions. If this would be summer right now with 25 degrees, I could see probably a way better value. We're dropping still down to 27-ish kilowatt hours. That is actually pretty decent. I expected it to be far worse. I'm just gonna keep driving a bit before we end the video. It's still going more down. Yeah, see, once we go very once we go continuous without braking and accelerating, it goes down to 27 right now. So 27 kilowatt hours realistically under these bad conditions is pretty decent. I'm actually surprised. That means even in shitty conditions like this, you have an effective range from over 350 kilometers on the highway on cruising speed 130 kilometers an hour. Very nice. It's even dropping a bit more, but now we're driving a bit down. So actually we're driving on flat terrain, but I need to brake here and deactivate the autopilot because we are coming into the city now. Honestly, I'm fairly impressed. This is crazy. I've seen a lot of people testing it and having like super high consumptions, but now seeing it in these terrible conditions, I'm very much surprised. I did use the autopilot now instead of driving myself, so he kept the adaptive cruise control on 130 kilometers. But not bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, 27 kilowatt hours is a high value. But you gotta consider, we're driving on the highway, 130 kilometers, constantly 130 kilometers, and we got awful conditions. It's super cold, the battery is not warm either. 3 degrees, it was raining at the beginning, so nice. A positive surprise, to say the least, a positive surprise. So all I gotta say now to you is, if you like the video, be sure to like, subscribe and comment. And we're gonna do in the next video a countryside consumption, where you usually drive like 100 kilometers an hour in Germany, but there's gonna be some villages in between where we always need to brake. You don't have a constant 10-kilometer road nearby, so we're just gonna see it as realistic data, how it's gonna be with the villages in between, so we get the mix. I expect a way better value, something like probably 22 kilowatt hours, maybe a bit less, who knows, depending on the conditions we get. I will plan the video for tomorrow, because tomorrow we have even worse conditions. Apparently it should snow, so that makes it a bit harder. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Channelers and the ET7, Nio ET7 out. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.